And we are live with Heike Martin Photography here on a Thursday afternoon. And I would love to welcome all of you who are listening in today with my special guest, Nancy Dilts from Nancy Dilts Wardrobe Consulting.
Hello.
It is so good to have you on board today, Nancy, because I have been wanting to talk to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, I wanted you on as a person to actually offer to my clients, and then I realized quite a bit that I need your expertise myself. Like the whole pandemic, the last year of like pretty much wearing loungewear and pajamas and sweatpants and all the comfy stuff, which also made sure that I ate probably more than I should and gained a few pounds.
You're not alone.
I can imagine. But it really, really made me aware that I have gained weight. I've lost a little bit of confidence in how I dress just because of being indoors, being on my own, and just not my typical self out and about in the world. And I'm probably not the only one.
No.
So anybody listening in, I would love first of all, for all of you to let us know you're here so we can talk to you. We can include you in the conversation. I know I had mentioned earlier that Nancy will be answering questions if you have them. So hey, Jonah, so good to see you. And yeah, please let me know you're here, guys. But most of all, Nancy is a wardrobe consultant, and I really want to I'm getting her on board as one of my vendors to encourage my clients to use, because we all need confidence in how we dress. And so I would love for you, Nancy, to share a little bit your philosophy behind how you do branding, styling consultations.
Absolutely. So first I want to say, you were talking about the gaining weight during the pandemic, and we've all been, wearing the pants with no buttons for months and months and months. And it can be a little blow to the confidence. But what I would say to that, though, is it's okay, because it is what it is, and everyone is still beautiful, even with those few pounds. And yes, just move your body to feel good, but try not to fret over the weight. And the reason I'm saying that is because the whole foundation of my work, I started Nancy Dilts Wardrobe Consulting because I was actually combining my two passions. And one of them is embracing positive body image. And then the other is building a sustainable wardrobe. I had a first career in the environmental field before I started my business 7 years ago. And it was really important to me to bring that piece to the work that I'm doing now. So my tagline for my business is style for every day, new to you, true to you. So the new to you part is about the sustainability, because I help people make the clothes that they already own as functional as possible. And then when we shop, when I shop with my clients, we shop new to you at consignment stores. So it's actually secondhand clothing, but very high quality secondhand clothing. It's not, thrifting is wonderful at Goodwill and other charitable organization shops. You can find amazing things there, but consignment is a little bit different. It is resale, but it's the selection process has been done before it gets to the sales floor. And I see Dorothy just said, I love that. I hate shopping in fast fashion. And yes, secondhand shopping is the perfect way to rebel against fast fashion, for sure, because you're keeping high quality clothes in the use stream. So then the other part, the true to you part, that is the part that really is personal to me. I've had my own journey with embracing positive body image. I actually did not really truly grow to love my body until I was in my late 30s. I am now 53 years old, and I lived from puberty all the way through to almost 40 really hating how I looked and hiding in my clothes, wearing things very oversized. I used to wear menswear just for the sake of being able to hide in it. And really, really just, it was awful. And it was a terrible way to be living. It leaked into every part of my life.
Yeah.
And so I had a daughter in my late 30s, and I realized I did not want that for her. And the only way to address that was to actually truly address it for myself, not just pretend and say, oh, honey, you should love your body. I needed to model for her loving my body. And so I made that change. And
that's crucial.
And clothes were actually a really big part of making that happen for me. And so I wanted to share that with other people and show other people how clothes can be a very powerful tool for fostering confidence for yourself, embracing your life, and reaching the goals that you want for your life.
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to pivot a little bit into like personal branding, because I mean, one of the reasons, I mean, I like that you touched on a couple things that I realized when I do my planning sessions with my clients. I mean, styling is a big component. We talk about fear. Like what kind of fears are you bringing into the photo shoot? And some of that often comes like from a past experience, how you view yourself. I mean, maybe comments family members have made all this year. Oh, look at your chubby cheeks, or this or that. And so you're incredibly self-conscious about how you show up, but they've taken an image apart and make comments about how you look in a picture.
Absolutely.
And so clothing and styling becomes a hugely important piece of how I can help my clients overcome some of those fears. Obviously, how I pose them and light them makes another big piece. I'll make them comfortable, but this styling is crucial. And can I ask you if we can actually start with the basics, and that is undergarments?
Yes, absolutely.
Because the outer stuff, because I think we need to start with a little bit what goes on underneath.
So that is one of the first questions that I ask my clients when I'm in the initial consult with them. I actually I say, I'm going to get all up in your business and we're going to talk undergarments. Because particularly for women, having proper foundation garments and basically a really well-fitting and structured bra can make all the difference in the world in how your clothes fit. Because when clothes are designed, they are created with a certain silhouette in mind, and having really good fitting bra. And when I say structured, that doesn't mean padded. That just means that holds its shape even if you're not wearing it.
Okay.
That will create a beautiful balance of lines no matter your body type. And that looks fantastic in pictures and on film. That is particularly important in pictures and on film, because it also can allow you to wear clothes a little more fitted, not tight, but fitted, that meaning they skim your body well, which is a really important element of, again, having your photo taken. Because again, it does not matter what your body type is, and that's where the positive body image comes in. It does not matter how old you are, how tall you are, what you weigh, all of those things. You can look fantastic in your clothes.
Absolutely.
And when you find those clothes that make that happen, it brings this sense of confidence inside of you that actually radiates from you.
Yes.
And then it can show in your images when you're taking the photographs, because if a person shows up and is like, I feel fantastic, the smile's going to be brighter, the eyes are going to be brighter, everything will shine. And you're going to feel like, look at me, I am awesome. The work that I do is awesome, and I'm ready to show up for it. And so that's what finding the right clothes for your branding session, your photo session, can be transformative.
Yeah, I really love the mix. I mean, like doing photography is one thing, but again, I mean, you again just wearing clothing that you feel confident in, like for your everyday, going to job, meeting clients. I mean, right there, like I know I show up better when I'm wearing something. I know I can walk out the door and I know I look good. And I just feel I can move. Doesn't matter how I sit or how I move. I know the clothing will flow with me the way they should. Yes, but when it comes to photography, we are adding just a little bit of a different component, because I mean, when you take an image, I get like a 2D reflection instead of like when we're moving, we get 3D, and clothes flow with us and our eyes move along with it. So we see shape as it happens. Photography doesn't allow us that luxury. So
exactly.
When you said, and I'm really glad you mentioned like something that really fits you well, do you mind just talking a little bit more about what that means?
So that means too much fabric or too little fabric makes a person look larger than they are. And again, I don't mean that we're trying to make you look thinner. That's not what the point is. The point is to show definition for your body, because that's what looks really good. So this is also finding clothes that fit you well and also help you to feel like your authentic self. So they feel like they're representing who you are at the same time as fitting you well. Yeah. So that doesn't mean you can't wear, like if you're an artist and you want to have a flowy piece, a flowy garment, you can do that. But you want to balance it out with another piece. Like if you're flowy on the top, then you want to have something that fits you really well on the bottom so that you have some definition, or have something underneath that's peeking out so you can see where your body is. Yeah. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to foster that really good fit. And I also tell clients to be sure to, the sizing of clothing is not standardized. And so it's really important to look at your starting size of what you typically look at, but go a size down and a size up. And don't worry about what the tag says, because it's arbitrary. I have 4 different sizes in my closet and they all fit me the same way. And so it's seriously. And so finding those clothes that fit you well and feel good and give you definition, that is going to be what will look fantastic.
Yeah. Dorothy's asking a question. How do you figure out what kinds of clothes will send the right message of who you are style-wise if you're used to living in tees and sweats? Awesome question, Dorothy.
That is a really good question. So one of the things I do in my style consults is it actually includes a complimentary initial consult where we start the conversation of identifying what you would like your personal style to be. And so one of the things is to pay attention to other people around you, or on TV or in magazines or wherever, and just start thinking, what is it that appeals to me? What do I see that I like? Is it color? Is it actually neutrals? Is it, again, flowy things or really tailored things? Starting to figure all of that out of what's appealing to you. And also your clothes should reflect what your work is. So if you are, in a corporate role, you're probably going to want to wear, a power suit in your branding session, or maybe you'll wear something more casual for some of the pictures, but you're going to want to convey strength and, an executive presence. If you're a preschool teacher, you're going to want to be able to wear things that you can move around and get on the floor for, and, so it's really thinking about what is important for my life and what clothes are going to help me feel good in living that life, and reflecting the work that you do. So if you are a creative person, then you're going to want to have something that illustrates that, using some jewelry or some a vibrant color, or having it either complement your branding colors. Different things like that are the things that you'll want to be thinking about. And also, if you are,
I'm going to interrupt you with one thing there. Just adding in like some of the color stuff is, to me, it's always important when I talk to my clients, because we have our brand colors, which speak to a particular audience, but those brand colors might not always be perfectly aligned for your skin. So you want to always make sure you have whatever best color is closest to your face, and you can still add brand colors in like accessories, or maybe a stripe in something, or like in a scarf or accessory, like something, or even in a pen that you buy doesn't even have to have your logo on. You can add those things in other subtle ways. But when it comes to dressing, make sure your colors blend well with your brand colors, but that they first and foremost complement your skin tone.
And that's what I actually, I would take that past your branding session, because I think that when you find colors that resonate with your complexion, it actually, I love grays, but I can't wear them next to my face very often, because they just wash me out, especially because I have my gray hair and it doesn't work. Yeah. But I wear them, like you just said, in different ways. But when you hold something up at your face lights up if it's the right color for you. Yes. And so you can start to get a sense of that for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that really works well. But again, like I like maybe just adding just a little bit more to what Dorothy was asking. I've like this past week I shot a two women who are financial advisors, and we really talked back and forth like what kind of clothing would work, because they work with different types of clients. But they also realized, okay, when we go out and we're actually face to face or in person or even Zoom call with our clients, we can dress one way, still professional, but we can be maybe a little bit more relaxed. But as we're looking to adding photos to like a new website, there is still a certain perception out there that we need to uphold.
Absolutely.
Even if we're maybe not 100% behind it, but because we're still working with an audience who that's what they sort of assume. You do need to kind of look at, again, like who your audience is and what the understanding is of where you need to fall, at least within a certain parameter. But then find your own. You can still find, so even if you're wearing a power suit, you can still find your style in that. You can still, by adding your colors, by adding accessories, like what you mentioned earlier.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I often recommend for people who are wearing a suit, is to find, and so I know some prints, like you actually want more of a power print, a bold print if you're doing photographs, because those small prints can get very muddied looking on camera, which you well know, and that doesn't look so great. But having a bold print actually, again, can foster confidence. And it also shows your personality. So you're still wearing the suit, but you can do something with, or a silk scarf that has vibrant colors. There's all kinds of things. And you could tie it to your purse. You could, there's all different things that you could do to have fun, to play with the accessories that you have and reflect who you are, and convey your authenticity at the same time of maintaining the professionalism of what your role is in your work. Yeah. I see some other questions coming in.
Yeah, Jonna said, like, this is a really big issue for me, trying to appear feminine in an authoritative interview. Like, she's also a financial advisor.
Yeah. So, okay. So what I actually gave a talk about upping your Zoom game to a group of women intellectual property lawyers, because we're doing a lot of stuff, and even when you're in person or on Zoom, you want to have an authoritative executive presence, and especially for women in male-dominated fields, that's for sure. And so wearing this necklace, it has a bold presence. You're only seeing just a little bit of me, but this will draw attention to my face. Or I wave my hands around a lot, so I can do, I do a bold bracelet. But but having power colors with your suit, or power jewelry. So you don't want like really big, huge, flappy earrings, but you could have a bold hoop or a bold stud earring that would stand out. You can do a bold necklace. Pearls are, again, and you can do fun pearls that have a traditional sort of business person look, but also have an edge to them. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with your accessories to show who you are and to convey that power at the same time as being, being feminine and being an executive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, looking at the time, and I promised Nancy we would do 20-minute interviews.
Yes.
What I would like to do is actually, like, Nancy offers like very cool, different, for even like for all of us, like, again, like being on Zoom and everything, she offers virtual wardrobe consulting.
I do.
And with that, I am actually, because I'm again, like I told you, that I'm bringing Nancy on as one of my preferred vendors. So for anyone actually who is interested, has been maybe looking into potentially working with me for your personal brand photography, I will be offering to the first 4 people who are signing on with me in April here to get a free virtual session with Nancy. It's a 1-hour session on Zoom with her to go through your wardrobe a little bit, understand, like, especially looking like into your brand shoot, like how do I show up? But obviously you get tons of information in what this will look like for you long-term in your personal life and your business life. And you can really tweak it to make sure that it fits for what you need, correct? Is that how
Yes. It's the virtual style consult it can be specifically for, we'll focus specifically on the photo shoot, so that you have several outfits to take to that are going to help you feel your best authentic self, and using the ideas that we've been talking about today what you need to do to prepare well for the session. And that's so generous of you, Heike, to do that, because that's just such a gift to your clients to be able to, they get to enter into the shoot just ready, and that's fantastic.
And I can't wait to see that all come together, because I know it's it's definitely a question we really talk about. And I know I need your expertise behind it to help my clients show up even better. And so I'm really, really looking forward to offering this to, like I said, like the first 4 people who sign up in April, just the month of April. So make sure you get in. You don't have to have your shoot this month. It's just like signing on, getting the initial stuff started. And then we'll figure out a date when it actually suits you to do that. But I will be putting Nancy's information in the comments, so you can actually look up her website. You can look up all of her services and what that might include, because I know she has variations in what she offers. So depending on the depth of consultation that you're looking for, you can connect with Nancy directly and add that in yourself. But for anyone who's looking for a branding shoot anyways, you might as well take advantage and connect with me, send me DM, where my website is, and just sign up that way. Nancy, I know we need to wrap up. I cannot thank you enough. I also want to thank you for everyone who has been listening in and being part of that, asking questions. And
great questions.
Keep asking more questions. We'll probably answer as they're coming in for the next couple hours or so, and watch them over the next days. So please feel free to interact with us more and learn and walk with confidence.
Absolutely. We all deserve that.
Yes. Style yourself and know who you are. So
thanks so much for having me.
It was awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.